Are you having a hard time breaking through the mental barrier of stacking silver at high spot prices? Hey, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked, and that way you get updated with any new content. Recently, I've been seeing an uptick in the amount of people that have been saying that they are sitting on the sidelines with purchasing silver due to the spot price being as high as it is, right? A lot of people have kind of hit that threshold, that maximum level that they were ever going to pay for silver, and they're just kind of waiting and seeing, or they're just hoping that silver will come tumbling down on the next jobs report, or some sort of an announcement that's going to show that the United States dollar is strengthening, and then hopefully they'll have some sustained pullback and they can kind of get back into it. So a lot of people have been trying to break through this mental barrier of stacking silver at a high spot price. That being said, right, where we used to be, I would say, let's just look at 5 months ago. You could buy a tube of American Silver Eagles such as these, 20 American Silver Eagles. You were able to get these for about $370, $380 each, okay, for a tube of 20. You're talking around $18, $19 per American Silver Eagle coin. But now that very same tube, right, that same exact tube that you just spent $370, $400 maybe even about 5-6 months ago on, now they're costing anywhere between $630 to $700 in some situations, right? We're starting to see the prices come down just a little bit, which is great, but they're still 600 something bucks for a tube of Eagles. It's just not right. And the other thing too that we have noticed is that even though the spot price is at around $26.50, the American Silver Eagles, which typically would sell for about $2.99 over spot, they're not selling right now for about $30. They're selling anywhere between $33 to $37 per American Silver Eagle. So you're basically paying double, and that's not really even including the taxes. Okay, so I totally get it. There is this mental barrier that many of us are struggling with in this stacking community, myself included. Right? I really would like to buy some more Silver Eagles. I've actually sold off quite a bit. Made some profits and took that cash and reinvested into the business and bought some higher premium coins, in which I then auctioned off for higher profits and what have you. But I would like to buy some more Silver Eagles. But to be honest with you, I'm used to paying $370 for a tube, not $600, $700. It's outrageous. But unfortunately, my friends, these are the times that we are in. These are the prices that are current, that we kind of have to see whether or not we're going to stick around for. Are we going to continue to stack regardless of the prices being where they are? Or are you going to wait, right? Because it can kind of go either way right now, right? It could either, you have three possibilities. We could basically hover right now in this mid-$20, upper $20 range spot price, and have Silver Eagles for around $32, $34, $35 a piece. Or it could plummet. We could see something happen where and I don't see it happening. I think we're actually going to be in this range for quite some time. But we could see some sort of pullback and hopefully see that American Silver Eagles are, trading again at, or buying it, being bought and sold again at, $18, $19 a piece. Only if silver is down in the $15, $16 range. But I don't see a $10 pullback. I don't. I think we're going to be in this mid $20 range for quite some time. And this might even be the new norm. And then the other thing that we possibly face is that the prices are going to shoot up. You have a lot of people and analysts saying that silver is going to hit $125 an ounce. I've done a couple videos on this. $125 an ounce within the next year or two. I personally don't see that happening, but you never know. I don't have a crystal ball in which I could see the future. So the possibility of silver shooting up is very real. And the worst thing is for you to be sitting on the sidelines, waiting and waiting and waiting and hoping that silver is going to come back down. And in fact, it does the opposite and goes up. And then you really missed the boat. So what can you do to go past these mental barriers that you have, break through these challenges that you are seeing? Well, the one thing that I would suggest that you can do, if you can't buy American Silver Eagles like you once were able to, right? If you were able to buy a tube at a time, $370, and you can't just go out now and buy a tube of Eagles because you're accustomed to buying a tube of Eagles every so often, but now that the prices are $600, $700 a piece, now you might have to scale back and buy half a tube, buy 10 Eagles at a time. Keep that same level of budget that you had in place, that $370, $400 that you were normally spending on a tube of Eagles. Still take that $400 that you were spending, but possibly just buy 10 ounces now, right? Buy half as much, and it hurts. I get it. It stings. But now what you're doing is you're kind of just staying stagnant. You're kind of just staying flat, and you're just waiting to see what happens. And as the market goes up and down, you're just going to go along with it, right? But instead of just putting more money into it and continually buying silver to build that stack. So one thing you might want to consider is buy half of what you did. Or the other thing that I've been telling people to do is buy half of what you did. Here, let me show you. All right, here's 20 Eagles that you typically were able to buy for much less, right? And let's count out 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, there's 10 Eagles. That same $400 that you could, or $370 that you were able to buy a tube of Eagles with, now you can only get around half as much, right? You can only get 10. And if you don't want to say, if you don't want to bite the bullet and go and buy 10 Eagles for half the cost that you're accustomed to, then I would say even cut it down even further. Buy 5, and the cash that you were going to spend on this 5, actually hold it in cash. Hold it off to the side and wait. Wait to see if the prices are going to come back down. Because now that you're going to have that cash on standby, if the prices do plummet, take that cash and go buy the other 5 Eagles that you were about to buy. And that way you can dollar cost average down. That's one thing that you can do. So I've been telling people to basically, whatever you're buying for silver right now, match it in cash, but hold that cash off to the side and sit on it and wait. And a lot of people are saying, that is stupid. That's preposterous. A lot of people in this stacking community think that cash is trash. But meanwhile, we all work for it, and we all try to increase our wealth in cash, right? And a lot of people are buying this so that they can preserve that cash that they claim is garbage. Something that I still kind of can't wrap my head around. I'm not one of those people, right? This is the way our society has worked for 250 years, just about. So, that being said, right, if you can't buy a tube of Eagles today, and you do have the same budget though, and you could buy 10 Eagles, but the price just stings, I would say buy 5, so that way you're still stacking silver, and then take that cash, put it aside for the other 5, and just wait, sit on it, and repeat that process. Because if prices do come down, you're going to have that stockpile of cash that you could use to buy the silver that you typically would have purchased. And you're going to feel a lot better that you just dollar cost averaged down. Now, yes, the chances are prices can shoot upwards, right? And you have that cash on hand that you could either use to purchase some more silver as the prices are going up. Yes, it's going to cost you more, but you also have that cash reserve that you could use as like an emergency fund. Okay. The other thing that you could do is buy 90% silver, like silver Morgan dollars, peace dollars, Rosies, or those of you that don't know what Rosies are, those are Roosevelt dimes, Mercury dimes, right? All that stuff you could be purchasing at a less premium than something that's brilliant uncirculated, such as these American Silver Eagles. So my recommendation would be for you to consider buying 90% silver, a little at a time. Keep adding to that stack, because a lot of people are just, again, sitting and waiting, hoping that the prices will come back down, but they're going to really be upset if the prices go up. So my advice would be for you to purchase some silver, but maybe purchase less. If you are buying, let's say, 5 eagles or 4 eagles per week, right? Now maybe just buy 2. I know it stinks, but these are the times that we live in. But it's something that you're going to want to kind of keep in mind, that we may be sitting at these prices for quite some time. And there's no telling as to when this is going to let up. A lot of people say that there's going to be a pullback. A lot of people say that there's going to be a moonshot. And, I would be... it would be foolish of me to, number one, predict the future, and number two, give you guys some sort of ridiculous number and have some of you go off and act on something that I have said, because nobody really knows. And the people that say, here's the other thing too, and this is where now my conversation kind of veers off and I kind of get on my soapbox. The people that are pumpers drive me absolutely nuts. The people that say we should be at $1,000 silver, $10,000 gold, ridiculous numbers like that. It's just ridiculous, right? They have an agenda. They want to sell you more silver and gold. They want to kind of make you nervous and anxious and make you go out and buy more. I'm not one of those individuals. I'll never be one of those people. I'll just say it how it is, that people don't know. They can predict all they want. I make predictions, but it could be wrong. It could be right. I have no idea. And so the people that are pumping and saying, oh, today is a great opportunity to buy silver, it's going to hit $125, $300 an ounce or whatever. They don't know the future. So the best thing that you can do, the safest thing that you can do, is to continue to buy, but just buy it at a slower rate. Okay. You're not going to be able to stack as much, but guys, that's the reality of life right now. So buy less. And if you don't want to spend, $370, $400 on 10 American Silver Eagles, then take $200, buy as many Silver Eagles as you can with the $200. Take that other $200, put it off to the side, and just wait. But I would say that the worst thing for you to do is just to kind of sit around and not buy anything, because you're not really going to make progress. And yes, the prices can drop back down, but you know what? What a great opportunity it would be to buy then. Look at it as an opportunity. But don't sit stagnant. Don't sit on the sidelines and just hope for the best. You should be putting some of your money aside. Look at this as a savings account, but it just kind of holds your wealth, right, in precious metals. But just the worst thing, in my opinion, is just to sit on the sidelines and not do anything. And I just want to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, I'm the Stacking Stormtrooper. Check out these videos. Until next time, long live the Empire.